What's up, YouTube? This is Devo from Devo's Beach Cruiser. It's my 93 E36. I've been driving it for a while because my other car, well, not this one, not the Geo Prism 120s with the turbo, but my Audi. A guy hit my car, so I have to replace a lot of stuff. I already posted. I got one video that's ready to upload of the damage before. This is the part, a whole half a car that I got in order to take the skin off. So I had to take the quarter skin off all the way to the back. You can see how much I had to use. Of course, you can see his cars in the on jack stands. This side's perfect. It's a little dirty because it's been sitting out here collecting leaves and shit. Front fender, as you can see, is off. Threw the other one in the back in the trash. Front door's on. Had the rear door on, but I had to take it off so I could finish smoothing, doing all this so I could do the Bondo on it. You see everything's all tacked in place. Ugly tack wheels, but it's okay. I gotta finish this part right here. I gotta pull the original body part out to match up with this part, and then weld it back together. So I'm about to cut it and pull it out piece by piece and then weld it back. And then put the molding back on and then the body trim, and then wipe down, vacuum out my whole interior. Of course, I got to put the door panel on. I want to use my door panels. Got to redo the wire for the what's the I had to put my I got heated and it's all electric. I couldn't pull a plug off, so I had to cut it and I got to rewire that back up. Then I put the speaker in, then I put the door panel back on, and that'll be fine. As you can see, all of the welds are all back together. Door jamb bolt, this is back in. Gotta do some Bondo right here. And some more, I grinded that down smooth. Couple tacks in there, one here. Cut that part a little too short, but I'm not worried about that part. I'm gonna use some body sealer and some plastic or something to cover up, patch up that hole. And I gotta put my side marker light in and my inside plastic trim piece that it all snaps onto. You can see it's a little off by about a 1/4 inch because it's moved forward a little bit too much, but ain't nothing I can do about that. And I don't know if you can see it, but I had to cut the inner fender. I just sprayed a bunch of paint in there to get it coated. And I'm gonna use some body sealer and seal it all the way up. And then I'm gonna put the fabric piece back in there to keep any water, salt, rocks, and debris or whatever from getting into everything. So everything's gonna go back to normal, just as it was from the factory. And it's a unique thing that Audi did with this, because you know the pinch weld at the bottom, I have to re-weld all of that back up. Now what they did to keep it from rusting out was put wax on the inside of this. Get it to focus. Okay, they put wax on the inside through the little holes and stuff right here, and it melts down into it and fills up the whole seam all the way across so it doesn't rust out. These panels are made of galvanized steel so they don't rust, but where it gets welded is where you get back to bare metal again. So in order to coat the metal, they use wax, which is really smart, and it runs down into between all the cracks and the seams, and then it cools off and then hardens up, therefore meaning no water or moisture can get in there because the wax is filling all of that space. And as I was welding, it was still wax on there on the body and on the panel, and it seeped down in there and seals everything up. So I just spray painted the hell out the bottom. I'm gonna put a couple more layers down there, and then I'm going to get some seam sealer and go across the whole thing and make sure everything is sealed up. And also all of these welds, I'm gonna get some seam sealer and go across those too. But for now, I'm just gonna paint it really good. Once I do the Bondo work here and all up here and all the way across here, then I'm gonna go ahead and paint it, and then well, I gotta get that front part fixed, and then I can put my door back on clean out my interior. Oh, and put the side kick panel trim piece on here. And I got 2 pieces. It's supposed to be 2 pieces, but that part up there got cut when they cut the body and sent it with me. So I got to mesh 2 pieces together, the original part and the new part, after I fix this part right there. Once I fix that and line that all back up perfectly to itself, then I can put the trim pack on. I don't have to do it because the trim itself will cover all of that up, but I want it done right, so I'm going to take my time and do it. All of this should be done today, but right now I'm about to mix up this Bondo and get to slapping it on, letting it harden and dry, at least this part back here and that part there, while I work on the part up there. I'll put some here, some here, and all the way across, of course, where I welded all of that in. It might goop some down in that little crack right there, just some extra, just cause. All right, next video, YouTube.